morning everyone. I am Sneha Sharma, working as an assistant professor at Satyug Darshan Institute of Engineering and Technology. As far as my qualification is concerned, I am MBA graduate and gold medalist in MBA, and my experience of teaching is 11 years. Now today I am going to discuss about the topic that is consumer decision making process. As we all know that consumer is the king of the market. Nowadays every information which a marketer flows wants to tell that whatever the requirements of the consumer is according to the needs of the consumer, taste of the consumer and preferences of the consumer. So that's why consumer is called to be as the king of the market. But before we understand that what is the process followed by the marketer in the consumer decision making process, we need to know about the difference between the consumer and a customer. Now what is a consumer and what is a customer? So customer is the one who is actually purchasing the product. It doesn't mean the one who is purchasing the product is consuming the product. Say if I am going to buy a marker from the market and I am not consuming it, at that point of time I would be called as a customer. But if I am consuming this marker as if I am using it, and that point of time I'd be called as a consumer. So that is the difference between a consumer and a customer. Now if we talk about the second term, that is decision making, which is a very important stage in every person's life. If we see, decision making is what? That is choosing the best alternative out of the given alternatives, right? So in this consumer decision making process, when we just add on these two terms, consumer decision making is basically the process where the consumer decide or took the decision regarding what to purchase, when to purchase, why to purchase, by whom to purchase and when to purchase, plus how to purchase. So these are the decisions which the consumer needs to take at consumer decision making process. So consumer decision making is basically a decision which a consumer takes at the point of time of purchasing of any kind of goods and services. Now before, again we need to understand the process, but before that just look at these three types of consumers. These are the three types of consumers in the market. One is household consumers, then is industrial consumers, and third one is resellers. Household consumers are we people, like whatever we are purchasing, that is for ourselves, for our own consumption. So we people are called to be as the household users. Second one is the industrial users. Industrial users are those people who buy in bulk from the suppliers and use those raw material or those products in their own industries or for further you can say manufacturing. Third one is resellers. Resellers are very common, which we all know that they are called as the retailers, and they are called as retailers and wholesalers. Wholesalers. So retailers and wholesalers, these are the two category of resellers. Wholesaler purchase the goods from the manufacturers and further sell it to the retailers, and the retailers further sell those products to the consumers. After these types of the consumers, now come to the role of consumers. These are the 5 roles which are played by every consumer at every different point of time. That means at a single point of time, consumer can also play a role of initiator, influencer, then decision maker, buyer and consumer. But again it depends on product, it again depends on product or services. Say in one kind of product, in one product I may be playing the role of initiator, but in other product I may be playing the role of buyer, in third product I may be playing the role of consumer or user. So different consumers plays different role at different point of time in different products, right? So here I am going to explain all these 5 roles to you. First one is initiator. Initiator is a role which the consumer plays when he or she is initiating regarding a particular product or service. Say if I want to buy a particular car, or I want to buy a bike, I want to buy any of the product for myself, at that point of time I would be called as initiator. right? So initiator is the one who is recognizing his or her needs regarding any product, regarding any service. Second is influencer. Influencer is the most important role which any consumer plays, because here influencer is the one who is influencing initiator regarding any product or any service. Say, as if I am telling about that I want to buy a car. In that case, there are n number of people who are influencing me. If I want to buy a car, my family is one of the influencer, my son is the influencer who is playing a role of influencer, my daughter is the role of playing a role of influencer, and there are my family, my friends, my relatives, neighbors, all are playing a role of influencer. So basically influencers consist of all those people who are influencing the initiator for purchasing any product. Coming up to the third category, third role, that is of decision maker. Decision maker is the third role that is played by a consumer, where the consumer is taking the decision. As the consumer decide, as if in example I talk about that I want to buy a car, I initiated, my family acts as a role of influencer. Now here I have to decide that which car I want to buy, because from the influencers I got n number of information regarding brand, regarding color, regarding price, regarding everything related to a car, right? So here I have to decide that according to my budget, which one is the best suitable to me. That is what a decision maker here takes the decision about. Fourth category is of buyer. This is the major role again. Buyer is the one who is actually buying the good from the market, right? So here buyer has to take decision, because he is the one who is spending money on a particular product or on a particular service. And last category of the consumer, as in case of example which we have taken, that is of a car. So family may be the consumer, father may be a consumer, I am a consumer, my family is a consumer, my son may be a consumer. So consumer is actually the one who is consuming the goods or who is taking the benefits of the services or of the goods, right? So this is all what we have studied, where the consumer is playing different roles at different point of time. So here what we had studied is the basic meaning of the consumer. Then we learn about the differentiation of consumer and a customer. Then what is decision making. Then what is consumer decision making. After that we discussed about the types of consumers, and then we discussed about the roles which the consumer is playing in the market. Now the major point of discussion is consumer decision making process, which now we are going to discuss here. So basically, as we all know that consumer decision making process is not that easy. Here the consumer has to go for n number of decisions. Here the consumer has to go for n number of factors, because there are various factors that affects the consumers. There are various factors that affects the consumer while taking a decision. As if in the example as I discussed, that I want to buy a car. So the decision to buy a car is being affected by n number of factors. So the major factor that is going to affect my decision is the economic factor. Economic factors which is related with the money, right? Second important factor, that is the psychological factor. Psychological factor that affects my decision, that is my attitude, my motivation level, my perception regarding different brands, right? Third thing that will affect is, after economic, psychological, third factor that is going to affect is the personal factor, that is the age of the people, right? My age, my income, right? My occupation, all these things affect the decision making of me regarding a car, right? So these are the major three decisions, that is economic, psychological, personal, plus fourth decision is sociological. Sociological factor is also one of the decision, where the social people like opinion leaders, reference group people, all these people affect the decision making of the individual. So here we are going to learn about the process of how the decision needs to be taken, or how we take the decision of buying a particular product For that matter, we need to understand all these factors also, right? So these are all the factors that affects in between of buying decision. So here is the process which I am going to write. First stage of consumer decision making is number 1, need recognition. Need recognition. After need recognition, second stage is information search, right? After searching of information, third stage is evaluation of alternatives. Evaluation of alternatives, right? Fourth stage is the decision of purchase, and fifth is post purchase. So if we discuss the fifth stage, that is the post purchase, it is further divided into 2 stages. One is quit. After post purchase, these 2 stages may arise. One is quit, another is repeat purchase. Fine. So this is the whole process of consumer decision making. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 and number 5. So here the very first stage is recognition of need. So every consumer or any consumer, if he or she wants to buy any product or any service, so very first important point is to consider the need. That means one should know that what is the need to buy a particular product, that why I am buying a product, what is the need. So here need can be recognized from 2 basic sources. One is the internal stimuli, and another source of need is external stimuli. Internal stimuli is from the internally from level of the person, that is from, you can say, hunger or thirst, that is the internal stimuli. External stimuli is to recognize the need is from the environmental factors. So need recognition is the first stage where the consumer need to know that what is my need, why I want to buy a particular product. So here the whole process I am going to cover with the help of a small example of buying a refrigerator. So if there is a person or any housewife wants to buy a refrigerator, there may be another refrigerator at their home which is not working right now. For that matter, they want to buy a new one. So they need to take this decision that which refrigerator they need to buy. For that, they need to go with this process. So very first stage is, first they need to recognize why we need refrigerator, right? So there is an urgency because summers are coming and they want to have a refrigerator so urgently. So their very first need is to have refrigerator at their home. So first thing is they recognize the need, but second important thing is to search the information. Information search means there they want to know that which refrigerator, that means about the brand, that whether they should go for LG, whether they should go for Samsung, or they should go for Whirlpool, or they should go for Sony. That means there are n number of brands in the market. So which brand is the best, which is suited to their requirements or their needs, right? So second important thing is searching of information. So they searched in the market and they came to know that these are the 4 major brands which are renowned nowadays in the market, right? So important thing is information search. Now the question is, they want to gather the data about all these brands. So from where they would get the data? So the thing is that they collect the information from different sources, say from their another family members, from their relatives, right, from their neighbors, or from their friends, right, or n number of sources are there from them they are going to collect the data or information. So family, relatives, neighbors and friends, yeah, from these people they collect the information regarding these brands of refrigerators, right? So From these people they collect the information in information search. After this, third stage is evaluation of alternatives. Now evaluation of alternative means once they collect the information, they have to evaluate. Evaluate means they are going to evaluate that which brand is best according to the price, according to the color, according to the cooling system of the refrigerator, right? According to the brand awareness in the market, right? And plus other services provided by the brand. So these are the 5 parameters which they consider while collecting the information about these brands, right? So after searching the information about all these brands from all these sources, now they are going to evaluate that which one is the best. For that they decided this parameter and they will now evaluate that which one is the best one to buy from the market, and that source, that particular parameters will suit the pocket of the consumer also, right? So when they find out the information, there are these brands LG, Samsung and so on. Brand awareness in the market, which one is having the good awareness in the market, people having good awareness, renowned brand. Then price, which one is having better price, which one is having good color, then cooling, and then other services, guarantee, warranty services more are available in which brand. So they are going to evaluate. This is basically called to be as cost benefit analysis, where the consumer is looking for more benefits as compared to the cost they are going to incur while purchasing a refrigerator, right? After that, once the evaluation of alternatives is completed, the consumer is going to finally purchase it. So this is the crucial stage. So finally here the consumer has to take the decision that now I have to purchase this product, right? So here he or she decided that yes, according to the comparative analysis, one decided that yes, finally LG is good, right? So which is best suited to their pocket, because they have done comparative analysis on n number of parameters, and on these parameters they find out that yes, we need to buy LG brand, and they are now finally purchasing this brand, and that refrigerator cost rupees 35,000, right? They are going to spare 35,000 on LG refrigerator. So here they purchase the refrigerator. Now the question arises, after purchase, this is the major crucial stage for every marketer to know about a particular product, that whether the consumer is satisfied, dissatisfied or delighted. So here in the post purchase decision, the consumer need to know that whether I am satisfied, I am dissatisfied, I am delighted, and equally the marketer is eager about the satisfaction level of the consumer regarding their brand. So there are 3 situations which arise at the post purchase stage. Either the consumer is satisfied, or the consumer is dissatisfied, or the consumer is delighted, right? So these are the 3 stages which arise here, right? So if the consumer is satisfied, satisfaction arises when expectations are equal to, where the expectation of the consumer is equal to the results, right? Yeah, that means the one who expected that yes, I want that kind of refrigerator, and now the functioning is also equivalent to their expectations. So at that point of time, consumer is satisfied. But when the consumer is dissatisfied, here expectations are more than the results. That means the expectation was more of the consumer, and the result which they get after using this refrigerator, that is less as compared to their expectation, which leads to dissatisfaction. And third is delightedness. Delightedness is a stage where the consumer expectations are, you can say, they are less as compared to what they get. That means if I expected that the result of using the refrigerator is, say I am expecting that 90% I think the performance of the refrigerator would be there, but the performance is at 95%. That is what called I feel delighted, that what I have not expected but I got that in the product. That is called delightedness of the consumer, where the expectation of the consumer is less as compared to the actual functioning of the product, right? So here the consumer is delighted. Now after, in this post purchase stage, there are two things. One is quit, another is repeat purchase. Quit arises when the consumer is dissatisfied. When the consumer is dissatisfied, then quit will arise, right? The consumer will quit. That means never ever go with the same kind of brand. Even the product lines he will not follow of the same brand, right? So the consumer will quit. And second is repeat purchase. Repeat purchase arises only when consumer is satisfied or when consumer is delighted. If the consumer is delighted, if the consumer is satisfied, only and only the consumer will go and buy the product again. So this is the particular process which every consumer is using nowadays to buy a particular brand or of any product or any service. So this is the decision making process, which consists of 5 stages: need recognition, information search, evaluation of alternatives, then purchase, and then post purchase. So this is all about the decision making process. Hope this process is clear to all of you. Thank you.